Hello and welcome. It is a beautiful, ridiculously hot summer day again. Hawaiian shirts are cool. Stop arguing on that one. They're cooler than bow ties. Hawaiian shirts are cool. And it is time to talk about the most awesome thing about summer. And it's not drinking beer. It's going out and drinking rum. What the hell is rum? How good is rum? I love rum. And you know what? A lot of people don't really get quite how good rum is. You'll have to excuse me, my dog's here. He's just sort of whining. He wants me to take him for a walk really quickly. Shh. Shh. Good boy. Okay, so rum is pretty straightforward. It's distilled sugar. That's kind of it. You've got the stuff that comes from the virgin pressed sugarcane juice, which tends to be produced by the French groups, the sort of Martinique, that kind of area. Haiti used to do quite a bit of it as well, but not so much now. It's pretty amazing stuff. First press. It becomes what's known as rum agricole. You'll find it in cool little bottles like this. I've got a couple of personal favorites. They're really awesome. And the idea of that is you crush the sugar cane, squeeze out all the juice, get out all the sugar, and before refining it, add yeast, create an alcohol, and distill it. Pretty straightforward. It's then aged in barrels to get all nice and dark, and that's where you get your whites, your ambers, and your dark rums, depending on how long it's been aged for and how dark and sort of heavy you want the flavors. And that's how you make rum agricole. Not talking about rum agricole, talking about normal rum. You're usually using a distillation of molasses base. So molasses base is, well, molasses comes out at the end of refining sugar. It's a byproduct. It's a really great way of reusing, a product that you get from making sugar. So you take it, you shove yeast in, you boil it all up, and you kind of like, well, you boil it up, then add the yeast. You don't want to boil the yeast, right? But you pretty much cook it down, get the alcohol going, and then distill that. And that's where you get your Bundabergs, yeah? That's where you get your Bacardis. That's where you get all of these traditional styles of rums that everyone sort of knows, yeah? And those also come in a white or clear or blanco. They come in an amber or golden. And they also come in a dark, same deal. The dark rums that you get that are based in molasses tend to be things like your Caribbean rums, the Gosling's Black Seal, that sort of stuff. You'll find on the palate there's no sharpness that you get from rum agricoles. There's no sort of grassy, fresh notes. It's all very smooth, very vanilla, very much flavored by the barrel itself. Now there's some other little variations that involve blending those two products together, and some of the best rums in the world are actually blends of virgin press and molasses base. But back to the virgin press for a second. If it's not French and it's not rum agricole, but it's really, really, really good because of the aging system, chances are it's Guatemalan. Ron Zacapa, one of the most amazing rums in the world. In fact, some people are lucky enough to come and try some of the XO. Now this isn't their top line, but it's probably the best you can find in Australia easily. And if you just smell this, it smashes you in the face with vanilla and oak and, oh god, chocolate. You just want to drink it. And when you do drink it, it's sweet and smooth and beautiful. And it's not sharp or harsh and doesn't taste that much like you're drinking something that's, what are we looking at? 40% alcohol? No. It's far too smooth. It's incredible. So, just like with whiskey, that aging creates a massive amount of impact on rum. Now, other rum variations. Cachaça, that, right there, is essentially kind of the same as rum agricole, except it's Brazilian to begin with, so it's got its own little kind of, what do you call that, the terroir, or the ground in which it's made, all the rest of it. Plus, cachaça has some slightly different aging techniques. So they age it in traditional Brazilian forest wood rather than oak sometimes a blend of both. And it tends to be very sharp, very fresh, very grassy, but at the same time very fruit-based. So if you get a really good cachaça, you should be able to smell it 1 minute, and you'll get like grass, you'll get really, really sharp alcohol. It'll smell almost like a tequila. Then walk away and come back 8 minutes later. take a smell and you'll get roasting overripe bananas. Walk away, come back, and you'll get like caramel notes, vanilla. It's amazing how much it opens up, almost like cognac. And I think it's actually probably the most underrated spirit in the world. And what some producers are pulling out is so good. I absolutely love good quality cachaça, and I cannot wait to do a cachaça tasting night with you all. But for now, we're sticking with rum in general because rum's tiki, Hawaiian shirts are cool, and it is summer. So come on in, try out some rums, and I'll show you all how to do the drinking in a bit. But when it comes to making the rum cocktails, that will be the fun next video, okay guys? I will teach you all about that and cannot wait to see you. And just in case you didn't catch it, Hawaiian shirts are cool. See you all soon.